What is going on, everybody? I go by the name of Kari, and I want to thank you guys for joining me here today on Sneaker Fetish. There's a lot of sneakers that the OG sneakerheads and the younger sneakerheads can't really agree on in terms of accessibility, excitement, FOMO, all those big things. But today, the sneaker that we're looking at is one of those special ones, those rare sneakers that I think is bringing all generations together. Without further ado, let's get into it. Boom. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 2023 Air Jordan 8 Playoff. It feels so good to get certain OG sneakers back in hand, and it's even better when the materials are upgraded and when we get these little touches that take us all the way back to 1993. But before we get into kind of the story surrounding this shoe, let's take a little deeper look at the shoe itself. All right, starting with the upper of the shoe. Now, the first thing that we've got to talk about is the fact that even though it does at the surface look like a regular Playoff 8, there are some nods here to the OG from 1993. This is in fact the closest that we're getting to the original 1993 version of the Playoffs that we've ever gotten. For those of you who may not realize, this is actually the fourth iteration of the Playoff base that we've gotten. They dropped in 2013, 2007, and of course the OG in 93. So getting back to the shoe itself, of course, all black upper here, brushed really soft nubuck on the cross straps around the heel and on the mud guards as well, going up through the cross straps. Really nice. But we have to talk about this other leather here, this kind of stiffer leather, but it's really a nice, more durable feeling leather here. I'm not sure. Some people may call it, I don't know, Dura something, buck. I don't know what it is. I'm not the materials guy. Once again, I'm not the materials guy. That might be a Nightwing thing. Wear Testers, I'm sure he goes into more detail about the actual materials, but it's nice. Then of course you have the classic Playoff white, red, black TPU brushstrokes on the heel counter here. But let's talk a little bit about this midsole. If you'll notice, previous Playoff 8s had this kind of grayish looking glittery midsole. The glitter is still there, it's not as strong as last time, not quite as strong, but it is black this time. That black midsole looks a lot more like the OG Playoffs that we got back in 93. Taking a top down look at the shoe here, classic big 2-3 on the middle of the cross straps there, classic Air Jordan 8 Playoff tongue here with that carpet kind of feeling Jordan tag on the tongue. Really, really nice. Inside of the shoe, it don't get no more 1993 than this print that we see on the inside sock line of the booty of this shoe. Really nice. The outsole of the Air Jordan 8 is one of my favorite Air Jordan outsoles of all time. Love the design, love what Tinker did with designing this sneaker. Fantastic job. Classic Playoff 8 outsole. As far as the insole goes, black insole with that classic Nike Air on the heel. And the small detail that's a big part of the shoe here, we finally get the red heel tab back for the first time since the OG in 1993. And that's pretty much it when it comes to the 2023 Air Jordan 8 Playoffs. Now listen, here's the deal about this. This sneaker is one of the most special sneakers for OGs and other sneakerheads alike. I know a lot of you guys weren't even around in 1993 seeing Michael Jordan win his first three-peat, so I understand that you guys may not have that historical connection to the shoe. Y'all might just see an Air Jordan 8 and really look at it as our Air Jordan 8s selling on StockX right now. Are they hot? And if they aren't, that determines if you like the shoe. But I really want you guys to understand why this sneaker is so special and why the people who you're selling these sneakers to are willing to pay the amounts of money that they're willing to pay. Thankfully, this sneaker shouldn't be difficult to get. It seems like there are general release numbers all the way down into little kid sizes on these, so it shouldn't be too hard to get, but let me just explain why this shoe means so much. 1993 was a banner year for Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was still dominating on all sides of his game. They won their first three-peat. The Chicago Bulls did. They won in 91, 92, and right before Michael Jordan would retire for the first time, they came and won the first three-peat in 93, and Michael Jordan did it wearing these sneakers here. Not only that, but he was a global, huge superstar. He was godlike in some instances, and there really wasn't much that you could do or see without seeing Michael Jordan involved with it in some fashion. Michael Jordan also won his third finals MVP, which was a first for anybody in basketball history to have ever done before. So a lot of history got made in this sneaker, a lot of incredible moments got made in this sneaker, and on top of that, the sneakers just fly. I mean, I know that Jordan 8s aren't the most popular silhouette, but if you're gonna do a Jordan 8, this is the way that you do a Jordan 8. Now, if you're wondering about how these shoes fit true to size, nothing really different there. If you're wondering about how scarce or limited these sneakers are gonna be, not at all. These sneakers are gonna pretty much be available at any store that you could possibly think of, and thank goodness for that, because this is one of those sneakers where people are probably gonna be trying to double up on, especially because we have the little touches here that actually pay homage to the OG from 1993. So, With all that said, now it's time for you guys to sound out down below. Let me know what you guys think about the Air Jordan 8 playoff for 2023, coming back in the most OG version that we have seen to date. Are these ones that you guys are trying to get your hands on, or are these ones that you guys are going to pass on? Sound out down below. Let me know. Of course, right down in the comments, make sure that you click on that subscribe button so we can welcome you into the Sneaker Fetish family, to make sure you don't miss out on any more heat that comes through like these, because I guarantee you, there's a lot more heat on the way. As always, I want to thank you guys for joining me here today on SneakerPhetish, taking a look at these with me, unboxing them with me for a couple of minutes. I go by the name of Kari, and this is the Air Jordan 8 playoff for 2023. And until next time, I'm out.